Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for private readings. I do offer private readings, and information regarding that or any donations you'd like to make can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. So Virgo, we're going to be using decks that really speak to animal energy. Can't see it right now, but one of my cats is sleeping over there. He actually insisted on being in my room right now, so it was either let him in and sleep in here or just have to listen to incessant meowing. So I feel like the animals are kind of drawing close at this time. So I wanted to use some animal-themed decks. So for your tarot reading today, the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans and the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. So, Virgo, I hope that you are doing well. It's still very rainy where I'm from. Kind of remnants of all of the hurricane activity, but also I wanted to show you that this beautiful Lodolite garden quartz I have on my desk for the reading today to channel grounding, imagination, amplification. So Virgo, see what your energy is. You got, it says fruit bat / flying fox. Say that 10 times fast. And the word above it is kindness. Not everybody got kindness, Virgo. You're the only one. You're the first one. It's so funny because I've been seeing a lot of I've actually been seeing a lot of shade against Virgo sign lately. I don't know what that's about. I guess Virgos have a reputation for being all sorts of things. All the Virgos I know, I mean, maybe it's fitting into a astrological or zodiac stereotype, but all Virgos I know are diligent, smart, low-key, but you guys get a lot of shade, I guess because you're methodical. The number of the card is 12, which is the Hanged Man energy, which would then make sense why we have the flying fox / fruit bat. Or is it two separate things? Or is it the same thing? I don't know. But there's some interesting, there's so much going on in this card. Some of the cards don't have this much activity, but lots of fruit down here, obviously. It's not a cornucopia, though I did want to say the word. Words like cornucopia, smorgasbord are coming to my mind. Not usually words that are in my vocabulary. Island life, tropical life. Maybe you're going on a vacation or you're considering one. I almost want to say stepping outside your comfort zone. So maybe you don't travel very much. I don't travel very much, so and also the reason I'm saying that is it's hard to tell. There's a clipper ship and there's an island back here that would be reminiscent of like Easter Island, because they're these kind of humanoid statues. But the Hanged Man energy talks about getting a different perspective on things, getting just taking the lens way out to try and capture the whole scene, such as it is. What's interesting about this is that these two, flying fox situation and this girl, are very, very close together. So almost to the point where if you saw a creature this large, it's like larger than you, would there be some kind of intimidation? But there isn't, right? Because the word is kindness. So maybe there's something, you know, we're getting into Halloween time, so lots of bat themes and ghosts and goblins and mummies and all sorts of... I can't stand Halloween, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Something that's intimidating or scary, and you're just treating it with a lot of compassion. So it doesn't have to be a thing. It could be like a concept or like a person or situation that you're treating with just like so much, almost love, right? Like she's got her hand on its like chin, so it's just like a tenderness and care. And it's almost like these bats or whatever are flying around, almost seeing this example being set, that there may be some bridging of two worlds here that don't seem to make sense, and yet in the middle is this kind of place of understanding. But I do see it's strange. It's like there's one situation here, and then there's this portal energy to like a completely different place. It's timeline jumping, dimension jumping. What does that mean? So this idea that, you know, we have free will, so we're constantly making decisions every moment of every day. We're making decisions that affect the trajectory of our lives. So if you've ever dealt with the Akashic Records or have thought about, you should definitely get a Akashic Records reading if you're into that kind of stuff. But the Akashic Records are kind of like this, it's hard to describe. My friend was, she might be watching this, we were talking about how to define the Akashic Records, and just at its very basest, sad definition that I'm about to attempt, it's a kind of great storehouse of information, cosmic storehouse, where past, present, and potential future all meet. And if you have access, and we all have access to the Akashic Records, we just need to be trained on how to reach that place. If you can access the Akashic Records, and perhaps your own Akashic Records, you will see potentialities. You'll see your past lives and then future potentialities, because it's all based on your decision making, right? But everything that ever was and ever will be is in that place. And so it's almost like I'm saying that based on some decision that you make in the present moment, you could completely jump a timeline into another moment. It would like literally transform you into another place. So today, I'll be really honest with you, because it's so rainy and gloomy and just like blah outside. It was literally the decision that I had to make of whether or not I was going to stay in my bed 4.5 feet that way, or I was going to do this, get up, take a shower, put makeup on, and do this reading. Right? And so, but I'm glad I'm doing this reading, because it means that I'm connecting to spirit. I'm living out something that they're meant for me to do. So this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, I could have made a different decision today and sat in my, you know, the word that wanted to come out was laziness, but it's not laziness when you're just taking care of yourself and you're resting, right? So it's up to you. But I do see you actually doing this. I see you making a decision where your life is jumping into another consciousness. It's not a feat for the weak, right? People mistake kindness for weakness, and it's this week really proved to me that there were moments when I wanted to be mean, that I chose to be kind. maybe I'm still a little resentful in my heart, but on the outside I was kind. Not to everybody, but to some. And probably the better approach, right? So you're dealing with these kinds of issues where your heart space is really open right now. That's a good thing. Don't ever think it's not a good thing. I'm also feeling, sorry I'm sticking with this, but it's got a lot to say. This cornucopia here, it's almost saying, you know, spoiled for choice, which is reminding me of the Seven of Cups card, where there could be almost confusion because there's so much choice. Take it as it resonates. 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards of clarifier. Wow, okay. Okay. First 4 cards already jumped out. Awesome. And the next 4 cards, and we're done with that. Oh, excellent. So, okay, well, here we are. Virgo. In the past energy, you have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So right off the bat, we start with Earth energy, which is awesome, because I always like it when we start with the element of the people, the collective that I'm reading for. Aces always bring new in the tarot, right? 4 suits, 4 aces. Pentacle is earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and represents something that has to do with material world choices. But when an ace comes in, it's like spirits bringing you that financial boon or the opportunity, the connection, collaboration. But in your past energy, maybe you weren't feeling like in the mindset to accept this new beginning, this new opportunity, this new chance. It's almost like I suddenly saw this portal or opening. It was like, whoop, it just like closed, almost like the aperture, the camera lens. If you ever looked inside an actual camera, I mean, maybe it's in these newfangled iPhones, but I used to be a photography major. I was a photography major in college, and so I worked with manual cameras, and when you would turn the aperture, and you can see it's like this fanning effect. We're closing in and opening it back up again. It measures the amount of light. I'm saying this for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but maybe you're a photographer. Maybe there's that effect that's happening where there's a closing and an opening back up. Closing and an opening back up. And I see this in the past energy, much like this. It's just like opportunity, it's just tight, like closing, like it's not available for use at this time in the past. Clarified by the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is normally a card of, I always see this particular card as the birds having their little coffee clutch. So mixing of ideas. There could be the number 3 or a configuration of 3 could be relevant to you at this time. But this card is in the upright, so it denotes celebration, a coming together, an exchange of ideas and love and friendship and family, right? But it's almost like you're all sitting around the water cooler or the porch or like whatever with your drinks and discussing, you know, maybe wondering when is this chance going to come in for us, right? That it's showing that it was present, but maybe you all weren't in the space to receive. Let me get some clarifying cards on that. 2 cards popped out. Okay, it's very it's very relevant because you got the Empress in reverse and the King of Swords in the upright. And just, you know, spoiler alert, the Emperor is here, so a divine union is present on the table for you. So clarifying, I asked Spirit, why was there some impediment to you grabbing that new beginning. The Empress in reverse would suggest to me that you were not in a place to receive. The Empress is a major arcana of the tarot. Its major arcana runs from 0 to 21, and it's the first 21 cards of the deck. Sorry, it's the first 22 cards of the deck. Number 3, Empress, represents the power of all 4 queens of the tarot, all 4 suits. She's fertile with ideas, powerful, gorgeous, really rooted in, she's closest, I would say, to the Queen of Pentacles. So she's closest to earth energy, represents Taurus in the major arcana. So it's my favorite card in any tarot deck. It's the Empress for me, because the Empress is the great receiver. She's the law of attraction. She's confident in her own self-possession, her own power, that she manifests and she attracts abundance to her. But I can see here that this card was in reverse, so you weren't feeling that level of abundance or ability to receive. Did it have something to do with the Father of Swords or the King of Swords, Gemini energy? So here, I mean, look at how stern this King of Swords looks. It's like, I just heard coming down with the iron fist. It's like he's got a sword. He just looks so stern, and he's just like, no, we are not proceeding with whatever this information is. We will not proceed until we have all the facts, all the figures, all the, I don't care if this is something that you want. It's almost like I feel like I don't care if this is what you want, right? I don't care if this is what you want. The facts and the figures say otherwise. King of Swords is not as cold as the Queen of Swords, but he's very discerning. Divine masculine doesn't have to be describing a man, just a divine masculine energy. We're going to hold our position. We're going to look keenly, observe, process, and then make our decision, right? So it's almost like, these are, I don't know what kind of birds these are, if they're crows or sparrows or whatever, but then it's like anytime an owl comes in, well, first of all, I don't know if you guys have ever watched that video on Instagram. I don't know how things end up in my algorithm or whatever, but there's always this one video that pops up, and it's like the BBC is like doing a documentary on birds or something, and they're documenting the amount of time certain birds can fly from like a short distance. It's like maybe 30 feet. They have all of these microphones set up, and so like the first bird they have, and they're all trained to fly on command. So it's like one of them might be a pigeon, one of them might be a dove, and then you can hear they're going whoop, 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 like as they fly across. And they have this like owl, and when the owl flies, it doesn't make a sound. So the reason why I say this is because it's almost like there's like a lot of chatter, and then this owl of truth comes in, and it almost comes in just silent, like it wasn't there, and then it was there, and then it was like it silenced everybody out of almost a shock and awe. And I'll get to that in a moment. Almost a shock and awe with the truth of it's like the truth of the situation. Maybe because there was some distance that was taken on something, and it just kind of put the halt on it. It's not a halt forever, but it just seems like the Father of Swords trumps everybody else. It's what he says goes in this past energy. So in the present energy, there's a tower in reverse. And so remember, I'm talking about shock and awe. The tower is all about shock and awe, major arcana number 16. So representing Scorpio / Aries energy. It's very powerful. It's a lightning bolt from Spirit saying, look, There's something built on a shaky foundation, and you fail to see that. And so now, because you fail to see it, we're going to extricate you from the situation and bring it to an end. But, however, you got this card in the reverse, and today, to me, it suggests that you averted disaster, or in the present tense, you're somehow averting disaster. You're keeping something steady, at bay, under control, clarified by the Emperor card. So I'll have you look at this energy, right? Two very, very large trees. And with this card in reverse, the Tower card in reverse, it's almost like, and the Emperor still stands. Emperor is even more powerful than the King of Swords, because it's not just intellect, it's instinct, it's initiative, it's pentacles, right? It's money, it's opportunity, it's resources. Emperor is standing very, very tall, very strong. Emperor energy. It doesn't have to, can describe a person, but doesn't have to necessarily, it can describe an institution. It can describe some kind of unit of governance, or like rules, you know, and just like, this is how we do things. Or, you know, but it would suggest, usually it would suggest a person or a governing body. So Emperor energy here, clarifying this averted disaster, that the Emperor still stands in, you know, it's interesting too, that sun energy almost looks like a total eclipse. Total eclipse of the heart. Sorry, I was trying to run through the lyrics of that song. It's a song, I believe, from the 80s, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Once upon a time I was falling in love, now I'm only falling apart. Nothing I can say, total eclipse of the heart. Interesting. Once upon a time I was falling in love, now I'm only falling apart. Oh, I mean, you have this energy here. Divine masculine, divine feminine. This is a divine counterpart couple. So maybe it's you and your divine counterpart at kind of odds with one another. You have averted disaster, but it's almost like you're coming from two totally different worlds. There's still love and kindness, though. Just remember that there's still love and kindness in the future energy. And this is why I say it, right? Father of Cups, King of Cups, Scorpio energy, absolutely beautiful, loving, has access, complete access to their emotions, but isn't necessarily expressing them fully. Unlike the Queen of Cups, that would just give love willingly. Father of Cups just kind of hangs back, and just this like beautiful divine masculine energy that is really settled and doesn't take things too seriously, is supportive to everyone around them, but doesn't necessarily get too touchy-feely about things. But it's clarified, interestingly, by the Devil card, Capricorn energy. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. But the Devil energy, right, it's number 15, the major arcana. So it's no joke energy. I mean, Devil can talk about obsession, addiction, like a need, a workaholism, trapped and bound by something. So to clarify, the King of Cups is very strange. Very strange. It's almost like you're feeling such an overwhelming amount of emotion, but you can't. It's like the devil won't let you say it out loud, because there's something that you might lose if you say it out loud. So the devil's like, ha, I got you. I got you. You can't express yourself fully. I'm going to keep you trapped in your fear. All right. Let's take a clarifier. Why is the devil present, Spirit? Why is the devil here? 2 cards fell on the ground. 3 cards, excuse me. The Daughter of Cups. So now we have the Daughter and the King of Cups. Look at this. The Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. And the Son of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords. Okay, so in the future energy, there's a little bit of Son of Swords, Page of Swords talks about, thank you, Spirit. Okay, I was thinking something in my head, but I didn't say it out loud, right? Almost like the devil got me in terms of stifling the message. And so, Spirit, it's like a, it's a cautionary note. Just a side note, just like a post-it note. Try not to close your mind off in a future energy, right? Near future. Son of Swords, Page of Swords is curious, is wanting to learn more, diving headfirst into knowledge. And with this card here, and with the Hanged Man in reverse, right? Here's that bat. You see what a tremendous synchronicity this is, right? But it's in reverse, saying it's just like you want to come out of the tree of knowledge. The hangman is always wrapped up in the tree of knowledge to get that perspective, and it's almost like you're closing yourself off to something, perspective that may be very needed at this time. Maybe having to do with the Daughter of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be those signs, but this is like a Page of Cups, right? Excuse me. This is not the Page of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. The daughters are the pages. The sons are the knights. So it's not just curiosity. It's like, I have something really, really important to tell you, Virgo. It's so important. I'm like, look at how he's like coming in fast. Just like that video where they're filming the owls like flying, right? It's just like coming in fast, but it's almost like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I'm just going to be like wrapped up in like shielding myself. And it's almost like, is this what you are protecting yourself from? Is this what you cannot communicate with, right? Father of Cups, Daughter of Cups. Take it as it resonates. What's the advice from Spirit right now? Listen to the communication. 8 of Wands. Fast, fast, ever so fast. Wanting to just come right in. Right, this is kind of a combination of this card and this card. So while you got this card in reverse, you are averting disaster to maintain control. Maybe the tower needs to come down. Take it as it resonates. It's again, right? We have free will, it's your choice. But it has something to do with a little bit of justice energy. In the minor arcana, 6 of Pentacles, we're back to earth energy. What is fair? What is just? What is an allotment of opportunity that where everyone can enjoy the fruits on the vine? I want to get, okay. You know, it's funny how things, it's almost like I manifested this. Daughter of Swords. Now this is the Page of Swords. This is advice from Spirit. Keep asking questions. Keep the curiosity alive. It's important. Listen to the messages coming in. And you know what? Now I just heard they could be downloads from Spirit. Maybe are you psychic, Virgo? Do you have messages that come in dreams? Whatever it is, they're asking you to please put the burden down. 10 of Wands. There's something here that is just doesn't need to be your burden anymore. And it's causing like a heaviness, a heavy heart. But at the root of everything is so much kindness, love, and abundance. It's kind of like you are responsible for opening up a world of possibility. So that's your reading, Virgo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Really appreciate it. Please hit the bell notification if you'd like to receive updates as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Virgo.